Hello, welcome to Sideways. This week we're talking about the impact of taking on a lot of other people's emotional baggage or difficulty without properly taking care of yourself. I did write myself a few notes about the other things that we discussed, but it won't surprise you to hear that I left that piece of paper on my desk and haven't brought it on my early morning dog walk, which I must say I'm sauntering around this morning because we're anticipating several days of very warm weather, which regular listeners will know is not my favourite. So anyway, back to the point. Essentially, I can't remember much about what we spoke about, although I do recall that Martin told me about a young man in America who'd gained himself a world record for the number of jumpers that he'd put on, which I think we can all agree is a very useful way of spending your time. And also another world record attempt, not an attempt, success, which involved a huge number of people dressing up as Marilyn Monroe. So if one of those was you, do let us know. We'd love to hear about that. That's it really, I'm waffling now. Oh, and gratitude for both of us, strangely, involved trousers. So there we are. And we hadn't even spoken before to arrange that. I know it often looks as if our episodes are meticulously rehearsed, but on this occasion, not so. I think it's going to rain this morning, but then the weather's going to come right in. Anyway, I don't suppose you're interested in that. Compassion fatigue.
What are you laughing at?
Well, when I first saw... Well, you look as if you've got a football shirt on for a start, which you have, an England shirt. Then you've got, for those of you that can't see, which is all of you, I know, then your background is a football stadium, right?
It is.
So we know why that is, because the World Cup's on. But the thing that really put the cherry on the cake was when you first appeared on screen, it looked as if your tiny little microphone, your microphone, as we could call it, looked as if it was in your mouth like a whistle, like a
Well, I think I was quite pleased that the sound quality was better last week with the microphone right next to my mouth rather than it being under my chin, etc. So, yeah, I've plumped for doing the same setup again this week.
I'll tell you what would be funny. And that would be if... Oh, you've even got a football on your mug. What would be funny would be... Yeah, what would be funny would be that you've gone for the same setup again, and then if the sound was worse this week, that would be quite funny.
Poor. That would be disappointing, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm in World Cup mood.
Are you enjoying the World Cup? I know, promise listener, we won't talk about the football, but have you been enjoying the World Cup?
Yeah, I have, but I was thinking with the Spain game that's just this minute finished, kicking off at 5 o'clock. That's a bit of you, isn't it? Because the other ones are crazy times.
Yeah, that's late enough. The 5 o'clock kickoffs, just before bed.
There's not many games on at that time, I don't think. It's mainly sort of 9 and 10s, isn't it? Which gets a bit spooky.
Well, I couldn't believe it. The other day I woke up, I think it was Saturday morning, I woke up, there's a game in progress. And I just woke up. I thought, what's going on? What are they doing playing at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it?
Actually, it was 5:45, I think it was. And I think that meant that it was, I don't know, 9:45 or something in San Francisco.
Yeah,
So
it's weird times, isn't it?
I don't think the World Cup should be played in places that mean I can't watch the games.
Well, no, it should all be subject. It's all be should revolve around Greenwich Mean Time. Well, we invented it, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, the game's gone mad, isn't it? God help us if we ever have a World Cup in Australia.
Oh, well,
what the hell are we going to do then?
That'd be a nightmare, mate, wouldn't it?
I mean, I love cricket, but when the Ashes is on in Australia, I can't be staying up watching that. You know,
No.
I prioritise sleep over virtually everything.
Well, quite. And I think you can just watch the highlights, can't you? It's not the same, but unless it's your own team playing, yeah, I think you can give it a bit of latitude, can't you?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Anyway, should we get on with what we're going to talk about?
Yeah, go on.
Because I was going to talk about compassion fatigue.
Okay.
Now, this was something I came across fairly recently. I mean, I'd heard about it, but it's a subject that, due to the jobs that we both do, it's very relatable. And later in the episode, I'll identify some of the career choices where this is most prevalent.
Okay.
But yeah, we can. I think I've learned from this little bit of research, and hopefully you'll pick up some bits and pieces too.
Well, let's hope so.
But before we start,
yeah,
a couple of things. We like talking about world record attempts, don't we? We like them. We've done several of these in the past.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
But I particularly liked this one where there was a 7-year-old from Pennsylvania. His name is Skylar Roselle Whitaker. And
made up name.
It's absolutely. I've double checked this. He broke the Guinness World Record for the most sweaters worn simultaneously.
Oh.
So he put loads of jumpers on, and he got 50 on, which surpassed the previous record of 46.
50 sweaters. Do they have to be? Presumably, there's a minimum thickness.
I don't know how it worked, but certainly he had 50. He went to the local library and did it there, and they filmed him doing it. So it is available to see online if you want to watch.
Okay.
The whole of the 50 going on.
So I could have a look at the sort of girth of his sweater, couldn't I?
You can. He does look. I'll put a picture. When I put this on Facebook, I'll put a picture of him on there.
All right. Yeah.
It does remind me a bit. I know you. I don't think you watched Friends. Did you very much? Or at all?
I loved Friends. Yeah.
Okay. It reminded me when Joey on Friends was wearing all of Chandler's clothes. I don't know if you remember that.
Remember that. Yeah. I do remember that.
So it did remind me of that. So I thought for a 7-year-old to get in the Guinness Book of Records, good on the lad.
Yeah. I'm interested in the type of sweater he's putting on because I'm thinking 50 of those thick cable fisherman sweaters. You're not doing that, are you?
You're not doing that. No. And I'll imagine you'd have had to keep up in the size, so you'd have started with a small one and then ended up with an XXL, I suppose.
Yeah, so that suggests that it is a world record that should be attempted when you're in your younger years.
It's that's what I thought.
Yeah. So, I'm just thinking back in the day when I bought my first house and was it Black Wednesday when all the interest rates went up through the roof?
Yeah, something like that, wasn't it?
And that was the same winter that I had the one and only gas fire in my house capped off because it was dangerous. I didn't have any heating that winter. I could have done with having a go at that world record that winter.
Just to stay warm.
Just to stay warm, yeah. It wouldn't have been a world record attempt. It would have just been keeping, body and soul together.
It would have been, but it was, you could have in the world. But then again, you was a lot older than 7, so you'd have been.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I'd have found big enough sweaters to do number 50.
But 46, so he's just gone over, isn't he? 4 over, and that'll probably stand for a little while, but he's in there, isn't he?
Yeah, good on him. Yeah, well played. That's nice to see a young man, using his time sensibly.
Yeah, I agree. And there was another record this week where 1,037, odd number, 1,037 people dressed up as Marilyn Monroe at a meeting in California to mark our 100th birthday.
Wow.
And again, that set a new world record. Do you know what the previous record was?
Well, it was obviously less than 1,037.
Obs.
Yeah. Was it 1,036?
It wasn't. No.
Oh,
no.
All right.
We don't want to get if you don't know. It's a long.
Funnily enough, that's not the sort of information I keep in my head.
Is it not? Well,
No.
the previous record of people dressing up as Marilyn Monroe was 254.
Oh, so they smashed that, didn't they?
They proper thrashed it, didn't they? They went for it, didn't they?
They didn't really need to go that high, did they?
Didn't need to, but obviously everyone got involved.
I have put it out of reach. Have you ever dressed up as Marilyn Monroe?
I'm just trying to think.
Just give it a moment. So. Give it a moment. Just give it a moment. You know.
Yeah, I'm giving it. No, I don't think I ever have. No. You?
No, I don't think so.
No. So we wouldn't have been able to join in. But if we were in California at the time, I'm sure we'd have had a go. Definitely would have done. Yeah. So compassion fatigue then.
Yeah.
Subject matter. It's the sort of the emotional and physical exhaustion that can develop from supporting others in distress or need.
Yeah.
It often shows up when someone cares deeply, but is exposed to ongoing suffering or ongoing stress or high emotional demands. Because sometimes they do actually call it the cost of caring, which is another phrase I come across when I was doing the research.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a misnomer, though, really, the cost of caring, because it's not really the cost of caring, is it? It's the cost of caring without taking proper care of yourself.
I think that's probably right, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably right to clarify that.
It's a boundary issue, isn't it?
And we'll come on to that. We will come on to that. Because it's very common amongst, there's a list of career choices that it tends to be most prevalent among.
All right, this is really interesting, yeah.
Yeah, healthcare workers.
Yeah.
You can understand the kind of first responders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Teachers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get that.
Social workers.
For sure. I've worked with a few of those, and honestly, some of the tales they tell.
Therapists.
Yeah.
So there's you.
I'm always suffering from compassion fatigue, as you can imagine.
Caregivers for family members.
Yeah.
And to sort of anyone who's emotionally supporting others through difficult times, which I sort of fall into that category with my line of work more. But caregivers for family members, we do come across that quite a lot in the recovery community where people are struggling.
Yeah.
Often with elderly relatives.
Yeah.
A mum or a dad or something like that. And they're sitting alone a lot of the time, nothing else to do. And the drink fills in a bit of a space.
Yeah, I can imagine, And it's sort doom scrolling and having a small sherry. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It spirals out of hand.
Yeah. And what about West Ham supporters? Are they on that list?
They're not on the list, but it's one that could quite easily get on there.
Yeah.
But are we compassionate towards the team? Probably not.
Not really, no. I suppose people living with West Ham supporters would be likely to be suffering from compassion fatigue, wouldn't they?
They're having to care for them right now, aren't they, to get through this difficult period. So those are sort of people that tend to suffer. I just want to have a look at the common signs that you may be suffering from compassion fatigue. So it falls into three categories, really: emotional, physical, and the work-related ones. The emotional signs are you can feel numb or detached.
Yeah.
You can feel irritable or frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes both of those at the same time. Yeah.
Yes, very much. And reduced empathy. You know, you get to that point where I just can't care anymore.
Yeah, you run out of rope. Yeah.
Care juice, don't you? Yeah.
Care juice, yeah.
Or feeling overwhelmed. The feeling of overwhelm or hopeless, which again feeds neatly into addiction.
Yes.
The short-term gift of alcohol and drugs takes that away.
I can see where you're going with this. Then you're suggesting then that if people are suffering with compassion fatigue, they are potentially more at risk of falling into addiction.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
absolutely,
sense.
they are.
Yeah. That's probably why there's sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying other things are often at play, but this can be part of the jigsaw. Yeah.
That's perhaps why we've spoken about this before. How some professions turn up in recovery groups or rehab or whatever that surprises some people. But actually, when you think about it from a compassion fatigue perspective, it's not surprising.
GPs,
for example.
Exactly. Teachers, we get quite a few of those through, so that shows as well.
Yeah.
So the physical, that's the emotional side. So physically, you can end up suffering with fatigue, or trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
I'll come on to that again later on. But yeah, that tends to be one of the physical aspects of suffering from compassion fatigue. Headaches, body tension, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you end up with a sort of a lowered immunity. So you end up picking up all sorts of colds and coughs and whatever's going around, you tend to end up picking up.
Well, there's this thing, isn't there, that I often talk to people about, which is that if you don't respond to the emotional stress that you're under, in the end, your body takes you out. Your body will stop you and say, right, I've had enough of this now, which is why when people have been under stress for lengthy periods of time, apart from all the illnesses that are associated with that, they quite often get to the point where they just collapse physically. You're sick and you can't carry on doing whatever it was you were doing because your body has prevented you from doing so. Yeah.
Yes. And I suppose they'll become intertwined. You get some of the emotional signs and some of the physical signs, and then kaboom.
Yeah.
So what tends to happen, again, a common sign, perhaps looking from the outside looking in, or you may be looking at yourself on this, but when you're avoiding certain tasks or certain people, when you're at work, it could be a sign that you've got this compassion fatigue. And lower job satisfaction, I think that's fairly obvious, but that can cut in when you're not, when you feel overwhelmed and you get some of these other signs. I think your job, it becomes a chore rather than something that you actually get, not say derive pleasure from. No, perhaps you can, do derive pleasure, but a sense of satisfaction. So when that gets lowered, it's a definite sign that something's aren't right.
I think that's where, certainly in our professions, supervision is so important.
It is, and again, I'll touch on that later on.
Oh, will you?
Yeah. But,
well, to be honest, I'm getting a little bit of compassion fatigue with you.
I'm quite testing, and I do need a lot of care.
I was just thinking. I was thinking there about how, as a therapist, I don't know if anything similar occurs when you're in a rehab, but it's always a bit of a red flag if you've got a client that you don't look forward to seeing, or you're happy when they cancel.
Right.
That's a sort of, what's going on there? Is there something, transference, something going on there? Or is it because this is a particularly challenging client and I just haven't got any energy for it? Which is, sometimes you can't see that yourself. Sometimes that's why supervision is important, because you need someone else to help you kind of identify it.
Yeah, I can understand that. And I'd imagine that the last one on this work-related one, you start to feel a bit ineffective because you start to analyse your own performance, don't you? If you're starting to, you get this compassion fatigue and you're running out of the effort required. And you start to feel ineffective. You start to feel, I feel that sometimes when the groups I'm running, perhaps I'm not running it as quite as well as I should, or, when you get to, which is nice, you come back from a holiday, from a break, and that all comes back. You're okay again. But you can definitely feel when you're starting to run out of juice, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I want to look at the next section, really, was why this happens, what builds up to it. And it tends to build up. It's a bit of a slow burner often, but it can build up. It doesn't just happen overnight. It tends to build up, and it's when when you're exposed to continuous emotional strain. One off you can get away with, can't you? And it can be okay. But if it's continual, it will start to feed into this compassion fatigue. Mm-hmm. The second one was when you absorb others' emotions.
Yeah,
so that can be really tiring, can't it? If you don't take advantage of having the correct, or have supervision, or don't do it for a while. I know there's rules, and we have rules at work how often we have to do it, and I'm sure within your professional body there's probably guidance, isn't there?
There is, yeah. You have to have a certain amount of time per hours of clients that you see every month.
Yeah, and because certainly. Where I work, absorbing others' emotions, when they do their life story, for example, Hard you can see, you're sitting in a room with everyone, the whole of the house is listening to the story, and you can see people visibly starting to tear up. And when you're sitting up there chairing the meeting, you do feel you feel it yourself. I've come out of those life stories. Someone's thinking, wow, absolute admiration for the people that have been able to survive what's happened to them, and not only that, but they started to attack their addiction issues. So it's very easy to absorb other people's emotions. And I'm sure you get the same. You hear some horror stories or hear some things that make your toes curl somewhat.
Yeah, I think personally, I what's been kind of more applicable to me over the years has been sheer weight of work.
Right, yeah.
I can remember when I first started in private practice, my first supervisor said to me, "Have you thought about how many clients you're going to see every week?" Okay. And my response to her was as many as possible. I mean, I literally did say that. And she said to me, no, that's not going to work. You can't, you need to be thinking, A, about what you can cope with, and B, about what your kind of level of experience will allow you to deal with. Yeah. And it was one of the best pieces of advice I ever got. So from that point, although that number has changed over the years, always being clear about how many hours I was devoting to seeing clients has been, I think, an important part of me not struggling so much with compassion fatigue. And in terms of taking on other people's emotions, I think this is probably a neurodivergent thing. But because I think I process a lot of feeling in my head, so I kind of move it from what I feel into my head and intellectualize it. And I think it kind of protects me from feeling other people's stories. People tell me quite terrible tales, and I don't feel as if I'm absorbing them, which is quite useful.
Yeah, very useful in your profession, but it does lead on nicely onto this next point about when compassion fatigue builds, is when you don't have time to recover. So the advice that you were given, obviously, was building in recovery time. If you're trying to go flat out, which I'd imagine at the start when you're first setting up the business, it's all about finances and getting money in.
Exactly,
because you're scared about, of not getting enough, or not getting enough clients, to which everyone not getting enough money in.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't give you time to recover.
Yeah.
Another area where this can build up is when you feel responsible for fixing everything. So, you can take on board someone's problems, and it's not just just one part of it. You just want everything. You're going to try it. You take way too much on.
Yeah, I think that I suspect, going back to that list of occupations that you mentioned, I reckon that's probably a bigger problem in other professions, because I don't know what your training was like, but in our training, we specifically focus on the fact that we aren't there to fix someone else's stuff. It's for them to deal with it. But if you're a teacher, or you're a first responder, or I'm sure social workers have the same thing. But there'll be certain situations you'll be in. Certainly, if you're a carer for elderly parents or something, you've never had that training, and there's a kind of human instinct that when someone that you care about has got a problem, you want to try and fix it. And so, trying to do that all the time without any respite is the fastest way to emotional exhaustion.
You're right, and I think whilst you were talking there, it just reminded me that with Aspire to Be, the other recovery community I'm involved with, it's run by volunteers.
Yeah,
and they, without that higher level of training, and you can take on other people's emotions quite easily then, or you feel responsible for fixing everything. You think you've got to come up with answers. And so it is something which I've seen, and often people take break from facilitating the groups. You do it for a while, then you take a break from it because you can't physically keep doing it.
Yeah.
Which leads into the next point, which often you can neglect your own needs while helping others. Really important in recovery, because although one addict helping another is a way a lot of this works and is very successful, I've seen people almost deflect from their own their own needs, or they don't have to think about their own issues whilst they're helping someone else.
Yeah.
And that will lead eventually to compassion fatigue, where you're just wearing yourself out for someone else or for other people, which on the outside looks quite admirable, but you're leaving your own door open to for your own addiction issues to bite back quite quickly.
Yeah, it can also be dangerous in as much as people. It's the only way some people will feel personal value.
Yes,
so
exactly.
They'll feel like they're worth something because they're helping other people all the time.
Yeah.
Which is dangerous for you because it doesn't invest you with a sensible idea of why you're worth something. But secondly, as you say, it can lead very quickly to exhaustion, emotional exhaustion.
Yeah, it does. And what we've seen also is when this, someone, especially if they are caring for an elderly person, and they're feeling
like you or me.
Yeah, like you or I. If someone's looking after us, and someone's turned into the drink just to cope with the grind of doing so, that person then passes away. The sense of purpose drops. It's gone, absolutely gone. So the sense of purpose, which was completely built around this very giving environment, suddenly is taken away. And again, the void can be filled with drink and drugs.
Yeah,
it's something which we have to be very aware of.
Definitely. Do you think in the fullness of time it would be a difficult job to look after you and I?
Yeah, I think we'd become grouchy old men, don't you?
You think so? Become grouchy old men.
You already have, I know that. But
I think I imagine you'll be quite difficult to look after around Christmas.
Yeah, I've become very belligerent.
Yeah, and I'll be difficult to look after if anyone wants to disturb my sleep.
Yeah, that, or if it's too sunny.
Yeah, I definitely won't want that. I won't want, someone saying, Graham, we're going to take you out onto the lawn later for a bit of fresh air. I'm going to be like, I won't swear because
no, but
wrong, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I can see you doing that.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's have a quick look at what helps then.
Yeah,
what helps with this compassion fatigue. Mm-hmm. The number one is setting healthy boundaries.
Yeah,
it's okay to support others.
Yeah,
without sacrificing your own well-being. It is possible.
It's vital, isn't it?
It is. You've got to get that into balance.
Yeah.
Taking regular breaks.
Yeah.
Which we've already touched on. Even short recovery periods can reduce emotional overload. So, it's just taking a time away from where you work to walk. We do it at work. We go out for a walk for half an hour or something during the lunch break rather than sitting in the office where you sort of feel like it's continuing.
It's also, I suspect, I don't know this, I haven't researched it, but I suspect it's the reason for the therapeutic hour, i.e. a therapy session being 50 minutes and not an hour.
Yeah.
So you need that little 10 minutes, just get your thoughts together just before you see someone else.
Yeah, exactly, and do your notes. So emotional processing. So talking with colleagues, friends, and it says on here also, with colleagues, friends, or a therapist can help to release stress. So that's where you come into the equation. You can help people with compassion fatigue.
Yeah,
even though you may be getting some yourself.
Yeah.
In return.
But if you help too many people with compassion fatigue, you end up with compassion fatigue.
And that's a weird conundrum, isn't it?
Yeah. So essentially that would also include supervision, wouldn't it?
Well, it would. So what was the next point? Self-care that is restorative. Mm-hmm. So not just distraction, activities that you can get involved in that genuinely refill your energy, like sleep.
Like sleep.
Moving about and creative hobbies and quiet time and that sort of thing.
See, I think this is a very important one. And again, this happens in therapy training, certain supervision training, where it's not enough to acknowledge the importance of that. You have to be specific about what it is that you do that gives you that respite. So, anyone, if they can become platitudes, can't they? You can say, take some time for myself, keep my interests up. And but what are they? What do you do? What is it that keeps you stable? Because if you aren't specific about it, it can be very easy just to let stuff slide if you haven't got anything specifically. And then that time that you might have spent doing things that give you a good break and rest from your work starts to get eaten up.
Yeah, I agree. It is important. Like playing sort of crazy golf on your VR headset.
Like playing crazy golf on your VR headset, or
Going to bed after an early kickoff in the football.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I haven't played crazy golf for a long time.
Have you not? No, I suppose a real crazy golf would be better because you're out in the
open. Yeah,
yeah. I'm just, when I'm doing it, I'm sort of wandering around my lounge.
Yeah, well, you could go outside and play it, couldn't you?
You could do. I think you'd lose the Wi-Fi signal. Might look a bit stupid if you was out there just putting around with no putter, but just swinging about. Recognising your limits is an important one. So you can care deeply without carrying everything. There is a balance to be struck there.
Yeah.
So it is recognising your limits, and knowing when you're approaching them, I think, is important as well.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you know that, do you reckon?
I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it? It's having the awareness of compassion fatigue and think, oh, do you know what? I'm some of these symptoms I'm starting to recognise now.
And that's why if you're in certain professions, it's kind of taking care of you, because that's what supervision's for. It's like part of supervision is, well, how are you feeling? How are you doing? So when you are reminded to check in with yourself and ask yourself how you're doing, it becomes easier. But if you're in a profession that doesn't have that, I think, that you have to check in with yourself. You have to take a moment every so often, every week, and say, right, how am I doing? How am I feeling? It's surprising the number of people that if you say to them, think of one emotion that sums up how you're feeling right now. A lot of people find that really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And if you ask them, they'll say something like, well, I'm okay or fine, neither of which says anything. So, if you're someone who does think you tend to suffer or you're at risk of compassion fatigue, it's worth just checking in with yourself every so often and asking yourself how you feel. And if you find that your answer to that question is, I feel stressed, and you answer it 3 days running, then you want to have a look and see what's going on.
Yeah. Very valid point. We run here and now groups.
Yeah. The old progressive rock band?
A bit like Here and Now, yeah. We did some support work with Here and Now, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, yeah. I think we supported them, yeah.
The Here and Now groups, we ask people to sum up how they're feeling in one word, and then we go on to explore it. We tend to bookend the week with that, Monday morning, Friday afternoon, and get that in position. It does work.
Well done you.
So the last bit was the peer support, which does include supervision. Even though you've mentioned it numerous times throughout here, it is. I mean, many helpers feel. I mean, I know I feel this sometimes. You feel you've got to stay strong, and that can bring its own compassion fatigue. But connecting with others in similar roles is proven to help. So you can chat with other people. I'm sure you chat with other therapists.
Yeah, what peer supervision you mean?
Yeah, when you go to peer supervision, we do group peer supervision like that. A group of us together, and it does help. Yeah, but that does help you to stay strong.
It's funny because I think I kind of never feel as if I've got to stay strong, which is probably quite helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about me. I don't know. I know what you mean, though. There is that sort of temptation to think, I can cope with everything. I can take everything on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Which is obviously incredibly dangerous.
You can only do it for so long, can't you?
Yeah.
Because you will burn out, and you will get this fatigue from all directions. But compassion fatigue will be one of the things that crops up.
Yeah. Perhaps I'm just lazy.
Think about that. Have a little think about this.
I might take it to supervision.
See what they say.
Yeah. See what my supervisor says.
Yeah. So that's really it on my notes on this one, because I think, we looked at what it was, what the symptoms are, where it's likely to stem from, and how to deal with it.
Well, we won't want to go on too long, will we? Because it's 7:30, and if we go on too long, we risk compassion fatigue.
We do, and you'll get actual fatigue, won't you? You start yawning soon.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is. I can see that, the night is drawing in now, isn't it? 7:30.
So should we go on to the conundrum question then?
Yeah.
Have you got one? Have you got one lined up?
Yeah, I have. So here it is. You're at the end of a brutal shift, okay? at the rehab
brutal
unit.
shift.
A brutal shift at the rehab unit. It's been very difficult. You spent all night in A&E with someone or whatever.
Yeah.
And just as you're about to go home, a colleague of yours breaks down crying, but you feel nothing, no capacity to comfort. You haven't got anything left in the tank. Do you fake it or do you tell them the truth?
I would that can go back to compassion fatigue. It feeds nicely into this.
That's why I chose it.
So the colleague breaks down. You're exhausted.
You've got nothing left. You can see they're in distress.
Yeah.
Do you pretend that you've got enough and try and comfort them, but do a half-assed job, or do you tell them how you're feeling? You know.
I would probably. I'd probably still think I've got something left in the tank here. I can help.
Good. I'm glad you said that, because if you'd said something else, I'd have called bullshit.
I think you still, however bad you're feeling, you still end up going the extra yard. Because certainly when that's happened to me, not those exact circumstances, but something similar, then you think, okay, I'll put my rest on hold. I'll just go for a little bit longer, as long as you can. I think as long as you can see. Potentially you might be spending some time with her, an hour or so, but you'll get time to get that back, as it were, time to rest up, time to relax and balance stuff. And I think that would help to make that decision easier.
Yeah, I recognise that in you. Yeah,
I don't think I could walk away. No, that's for sure.
Well, I wasn't suggesting you might walk away saying nothing, just turn your back.
Yeah, I'm too
shut the door in their face.
I'm way too tired. Go on, sort yourself out. What's the matter with you? Man up.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we're on to the gratitude list.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was one, I just jotted this down earlier on today, actually. When I got home, because I'm grateful at the moment for getting home from work and putting on shorts, which is it's nice because you spend all winter long, and again hasn't been that warm in the evenings when I got home recently.
No,
one or 2 days where it's been
freezing.
No, exactly. So it's quite nice to get home, and there's a sense of relief. You take your jeans off, put your shorts on, and your England football shirt.
Yeah. And then go out for a fight.
Go out for a fight.
I mean, I thought you were going to say you're quite grateful, get home, put on some shorts rather than drink some shorts like you would have done in the old days.
No, I am grateful for that. I'm grateful every day that I don't pick up and have to drink shorts, that's for sure.
Mind you, in those days, you'd have been making shorts into longs, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. Yeah. They're not really shorts at that point, no. Straight from the bottle.
One short runs into another, doesn't it?
Proper glugs out straight from the bottle, yeah.
No, I can understand that one. And that's quite interesting, really, because spookily, we've both got clothing-related gratitudes.
Okay, go on.
So I don't think I've ever spoken about this on here. I really hate buying clothes because I find it really difficult to find stuff that I feel comfortable in that fits me like I want it to fit, right?
Okay.
Stuff's either too big or it's too small, or, I've got a particular liking, not this time of the year, but for other times of the year when I'm walking the dogs, for cargo trousers, right? Lots of pockets, bit of space.
Yeah.
Right? I had these favourite pair that I had, and they worn out. I couldn't get any more, and I've been looking for some that I've liked ever since. I found a pair of cargo trousers that I like, and I bought them, and they fit, and everything's right with the world. So I bought a second pair.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, no, that's a habit I get into. If I find something that's really nice, you buy another one, slightly different colour perhaps, but you go bang.
Exactly, different colour. So if anybody sees me out in my cargo trousers later on in the year when it's not so warm, don't say anything unpleasant about them, because that would really upset me.
I'm definitely going to now.
I don't care what you say about them. It would just be water off a duck's back.
No, it's quite a good one. I'll just a further follow-up question on that, if you don't mind. Then, do you buy anything online? Clothes online?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So that's taking a huge risk.
Obviously, I do, because otherwise I have to go out.
Oh yeah, true. But no, I really don't like buying stuff online, because I need to go into the shop. I need to feel the material. I need to, again, try it on. Try 2 or 3 different sizes of the same thing on.
Yeah, I mean, I do that sometimes, but it's pretty painless to return stuff these days.
Oh, no.
And actually, in this instance, I went into the shop to buy the original pair.
Right, yeah.
And then I liked them so much, I bought a second pair online. So actually, I've had the full gamut of experience on this occasion, which is, marvellous.
Yeah, I can understand the follow-up. You're getting exactly the same, but getting it online. Yeah, I can understand that. That works.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't. I find buying stuff online, the original. No, I find that tough. I
don't mind that. It's not so bad. Yeah.
Then again, I don't mind going out and buying clothes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't mind going out, do you?
No, that's true. Yeah, I love going out.
And I'd rather not go out if at all possible. Well, I don't mind going into the garden.
That's as far as you want to go, really, isn't it?
Or out with the dogs, but I don't particularly want to go into town, thanks very much.
No, especially this weekend where all the stuff was kicking off.
Yeah, that's right. We had a far right rally, didn't we, in Maidstone?
We had a far right rally, and then the anti-fascists, the Antifa boys, or the Rock Against Racism boys.
Yeah, and I didn't know there was a demonstration in Maidstone, and you told me to steer clear of it because I looked like Himmler. Which I thought was a bit unreasonable.
I thought I was giving you good advice. I didn't really go down there and get involved in a ruckus. You could have been an innocent bystander and got a slap, or end up getting arrested.
Well, I can tell you, people have told me I look like certain famous people in the past, but it's never been Himmler. So.
It's never been Himmler, but when you did that photograph of yourself alongside Himmler, got to admit, that's
true. I did pull up a picture of Himmler and then do a similar pose, and even I couldn't tell the difference.
It was shockingly similar. It was a reincarnation. Anyway, I'm going to go on to the lyric challenge.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to take my shirt off then.
Okay.
It's getting hot now. Right, I'm ready.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me.
Bittersweet memories, that's all I'm taking with me. Kind of rings a bell, but I'm not going to get anything. You'll have to can you give me any sort of a hint?
This is a female singer.
Yeah, that narrows it down.
This is a massive, massive worldwide hit.
Oh.
And it's sort of...
There's no need to shame me.
No, I'm just trying to give you some, without actually giving you the answer.
Your subtext there was, how can you not know this, you cretin?
Well, I didn't. If there was a subtext, then I thoroughly apologise. It's almost a signature tune, I'd say.
A signature tune or her signature tune?
Her signature tune, yeah.
Bittersweet memories is all I've got to what?
Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me.
Right. What sort of genre are we talking? Is it pop?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, sort of a pop, sort of soul-y, sort of lovey-dovey sort of ballad. Very much a ballad.
Okay, and what sort of era are we talking?
We're talking 80s, really.
80s. American?
Yes.
Okay, American 80s. Someone I'd like? Probably not.
No, probably not. No. I think she died in quite bad circumstances.
Oh, Whitney Houston.
Yes.
I Will Always Love You.
That's it, yes.
I still, funny enough, and this doesn't happen very often, even though I've got the song, I still can't hear the lyric in it.
No, I had to
Oh, yes, I can now.
Yeah, you can.
I've got it now. Yeah, I'm not going to try and sing it because she's quite good at singing.
She's very good at singing, or was.
Yeah. All right.
So we'll give you a couple of points for that, even though
that's quite generous, but I think I deserve it, really.
You got there in the end.
Yeah.
The second one.
Yeah.
You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry.
That's very kind, but what's the lyric? You're just like an angel. Huh?
You made yourself laugh more than me, really, on that one.
Oh, dear. I was quite pleased with that one. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. I'm not getting anything here. What era? Okay. What era?
I'd say, 90s. Probably
90s.
Early 90s, yeah.
Something I'd like?
I think you probably quite like the group. It's a group.
It's a group, okay. British? American?
I don't know, I'm not sure.
No, you're not very good on nationality of artists, are you?
Not particularly.
No. I'm going to do a quiz where I ask you the nationality of artists and see how you get on with that.
I'd be very poor.
What was the lyric again?
You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry.
Just like an angel. I'm not getting anything here. What sort of genre?
Sort of indie rock.
You're just like an angel. No, I don't know it.
It's Creep by Radiohead.
Oh, yeah. I'm not very. Do you know what? I'm not very au fait with Radiohead. I see Radiohead a little bit in the way that I see Nick Cave. I feel as if I ought to know more of their canon than I do.
Yeah, they are British, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They come from Oxford. I'll tell you an interesting fact that I might have told you before.
Okay.
You know my friend Prod.
Doesn't he live in Oxford?
He lives in Oxford, yeah. He's lived in Oxford for a long time. But that's not what I was going to tell you about him.
Oh, okay.
Right. I mean, that is a connection to Radiohead.
Yeah.
But he's got a much better connection to Radiohead. And that is that he's been trodden on by 4 members of Radiohead at separate times.
He must have gone out of his way to get underneath their feet.
Well, he's been to a lot of gigs that, obviously have appealed to other members of Radiohead. And I can't remember which 2 members of Radiohead he hasn't been trodden on.
I didn't know there were 6 members. That's quite a big band, isn't it?
Or it might be 1 that he hasn't been trodden on. Perhaps it's 5. I don't know. But anyway, he certainly hasn't been trodden on by all members of Radiohead, but he has been trodden on by a majority of the members of Radiohead, which is something I think you could agree we'd all like to be able to claim.
I think it's an epitaph. You could have that on your gravestone, couldn't you?
I think once you've been trodden on by all the members of Radiohead, you can die happy, can't you?
I think you could be in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if there is someone in the Guinness Book of Records who's been trodden on by most famous musicians.
We'll leave that for people to ponder.
Yeah, okay. So, and if anybody listening has been trodden on by a musician,
we want to know, don't we?
Yeah, do let us know.
Do let us know. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
So no points on that one. Did we agree?
No points on that one. I totally flunked that.
Okay, number 3. Everything's going Jackanory, in touch with his own mortality.
Yeah, I'm not getting this one either.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Everything's going Jackanory. This sounds a bit Britpoppy.
It is.
Okay, but I only deduced that from the lyric. Is it Blur?
Yes. I knew.
Is it Park Life?
No.
Oh, bollocks. Is it... Is it another one of their songs? I can't think of any of their songs now.
Oh, okay. Again, a big one for them.
Yeah.
At the time when they were battling with Oasis for the dominance of the charts.
Can't get that one out of my head. That was the theme to one of the Pro Evolution Soccer's song number 3 or 1 or whichever it was. That one. Yeah. I don't know which one it is.
I mean, it's Country House.
Oh.
A very big house in the country.
Oh, well.
So 1 point for that then?
1 point for Blur, yeah.
So we got 3 points so far. So the 4-pointer would make it a very respectable. Yeah,
be very respectable. It'd certainly be more respectable than not being able to beat Cape Verde in the World Cup.
Yeah. Now this one's a 4. The 4. Actually, I've put down here, instead of the 4-pointer, I've got the 4-pinter, which is very bad for.
Oh, I tell you what, Freud would say about that. Yeah, that's your unconscious.
Isn't it, the 4-pinter?
Yeah. You used to be able to get a 4-pinter, didn't you? From the takeaway from the pub, you'd be able to get it in a, what do they call it, a firkin or something?
It was, wasn't it?
Or I don't know. I can remember when you started to be able to take containers away from the pub.
Yeah, it did. That did happen for a while, didn't it?
Yeah.
Also, you could get the Watney's Party 4, couldn't you? Which is
that's right.
A 4-pinter, obviously.
And that was the only thing, that and a bottle of Cinzano, that would be left after a house party, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
There'd be the Watney's, Party 4, and then a bottle of Cinzano Bianco.
Yeah, that someone would take back again and to take it as their entry to the next party.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so the 4-pointer.
Yep.
You know we never get far driving around in a stolen police car.
Yeah, I recognise this one.
You know we never get far driving around in a stolen police car.
I'd know this, wouldn't I?
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't.
No, I tried to pick something which I thought you'd have a crack at. I'm not sure if you like this group or not.
What era are we talking?
Again, 80s.
American?
Yeah.
What sort of genre?
Sort of rappy, really.
Is it Run DMC?
No, but I got to think they might have done some stuff with Run DMC. I'm not quite sure if they did or not. But there's that sort of era and that sort of group.
Is it the Beastie Boys?
No, but you're on the right track.
Is it the... This is not my genre, rap, really.
No, this is the only one. This is the only track I really like by them. I've got the best of, but it's the shining light.
I don't think I'm going to get this.
3 words, the name of the band.
I can only think... Immediately when you said 3 words, I thought, it must be Goldie Looking Chain. But they're Welsh, I think.
It's not Goldie Looking
Chain. That's not them. So Solid Crew.
No, but good shout, really. This is more difficult doing this one because we're recording this in the evening, aren't we? Rather than a Sunday morning where you're fresher.
Yeah. I don't think I would have got this anyway, to be fair. What is it?
It's the Fun Loving Criminals.
Oh my God, I've got a Fun Loving Criminals album.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember what any of their songs are called though.
This is the one that I really like.
Yeah, I bet I've got the album that this song is on. Which one is it?
Well, the track is called Scooby Snacks.
Oh yeah, I have got that album. I'm going to go and listen to it in a minute and then smash stuff up.
Well, you got 3 points. Yes.
Well, I think that's probably a fair reflection of my performance overall.
Really. Yeah. Not bad, mate. Not bad.
I think I can't complain about that.
No, no need to complain, mate.
Right.
No need to complain. So there we are.
Good. Well, I'm going to go and have some. I've got to have something to eat. It's 10 to 8. It's virtually bedtime.
Wow, that'd be laying on you now, wouldn't it? When you go to bed.
Well, not if I have something light.
No.
I'll have a salad. I'll have a light salad.
What sort of salad?
Well, I've got some green beans, so I'll probably make a little salad niçoise.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you can enjoy that.
Green beans, bit of lettuce, tomato, hard-boiled egg, tin of tuna. Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah, that all sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Go and prep that, mate. You'll be laughing.
Yeah, I'm going to go and do that. I did boil my eggs before we started. So.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. So
I did a little bit of prep. I'm not an idiot.
Clearly not.
All right.
Okay, mate.
Laters.
Bye.
Bye. Sideways was created by Graham Landy and Martin Pankhurst. If you want to read more about our work or sort through the extensive archive of past episodes, just visit grahamlandy-wellbeing.co.uk/sideways-podcast. You can follow us on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram at Sideways Podcast, and you can email us if you have a question or if there's something you'd like us to cover. But most of all, we want to tell you how grateful we are that you come and listen, and we ask that if you've enjoyed what you've heard, that you spread the word. And we'll see you next week.